Hey, this is Amy, and today I want to look at going beyond the basics of evidence-based research. So we're going to go into Galileo to get started. We'll look under Browse by Subject, and then let's go to Medicine and Health, and we'll go down to Nursing and Allied Health. So the three databases that I want to look at today are Cinahl Plus with full text, Medline with full text, and Nursing and Allied Health Source. I actually have these open in different tabs here. So the first one I want to go into is Cinahl Plus with full text. This database actually has a cool feature that is not available in our other databases. It is an evidence-based care sheets. So what you can do is you can just go browse through the different care sheets available. So let's see, asthma management in older adults. That one looks maybe like it would be useful to examine. So let's just go ahead and click search. And these are updated yearly, so you can click the PDF full text to read this item. It actually downloaded to my computer, but this is really great because it's not only going to be information that's useful to you, but it is citing other sources. So this is a really extensive collection of research-based information that will provide a lot of references for you to look for more information and just a good overview. So I went ahead and closed that. Let's go back and let's actually go back up here to evidence-based care sheets and let's type in asthma. I just selected that for the first one, but asthma. Okay, let's click browse. That's odd. It's really not. Okay, relevancy ranked. I guess there's only one about asthma. Well, but if we were to type in a different diabetes, for example, I did that one earlier. There were a bunch on that. So you can see a bunch of different options for you. Anyway, we can go back up to new search. So that was those evidence-based care sheets. The next item I want to point out is Cinahl Headings up here at the top. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. Now, Cinahl Headings is just a proprietary name given by this database to MeSH headings. And MeSH headings are just medical subject headings. They are assigned by the National Library of Medicine, so they're consistent throughout medical literature and everything. But what's great about Cinahl Headings is that it's going to allow you to do a much more targeted search. So if I were to I'm going to go back to a main search, and let's say that I'm looking for information about let's see, asthma, pneumonia. So let's say that I wanted to find out whether pneumonia is something that people with asthma are at a higher risk of contracting. So I can go ahead and put this search term in. Problem is that I'm getting some sources here in my search list that aren't exactly what I'm looking for. Approach to child with lower airway obstruction and bronchiolitis, non-invasive ventilation for patients presenting with acute respiratory failure, the effect of sandstorms and air pollution. I mean, so there's like all these different, this one looks maybe useful. It's from 2006. But anyway, there's all these ones that are kind of related, but not exactly what I'm looking for. Go ahead and close this little pop-up. All right, Cinahl Headings. So what I want to do here is actually I'm going to type in pneumonia and I'm going to search for items with this heading. And we can see in my list here, okay, I'm going to go ahead and select pneumonia. But again, I wanted to also include asthma. So let's go ahead and browse additional terms. I'm going to go ahead and type in asthma, browse. Go ahead and click on that. All right, then to search the database, I want to direct your attention over here to the right side of the screen. It's normally the default is combined selections with or. You want to make sure that you have selected and. You want to include both these items. Go ahead and search database. And what we're going to get here is items that have been categorized about these subjects. So rather than being a keyword like that sandstorm one, maybe sandstorms are a risk for people who have pneumonia and people who have asthma, but that really doesn't tell me anything about whether someone who has asthma would be more likely to contract pneumonia. So anyway, that's what these headings are really great for. If you're finding a lot of information and it's just really not as relevant as you would like it to be, that's a great place to try to narrow your search. But yeah, we can go ahead and, scooch our date range over a little bit more. We can limit to scholarly or peer-reviewed journals. So we're getting back 71 results. And I think these would probably be more relevant than the ones that we found before. And we can also go ahead and select academic journals as well. So anyway, here is just a basic search done using those MeSH headings. Of course, they are called Cinahl headings in Cinahl. All right, so we are going to go into Medline now. Let me get that open and we'll take a look at doing a MeSH search in that database. All right, so in our Medline with full text database that I have open here, we're going to go up to MeSH 2016. These are updated by the National Library of Medicine every year. For example, maybe there is a new disease that has been discovered and may need to be added to the MeSH headings. And MeSH headings don't exist for every topic. So I'm just going to stick with my asthma and pneumonia idea that I had before. We'll go ahead and click asthma. Let's go down to browse additional terms. So since this database is run by the same company that runs the Cinahl Plus with full text database, they do look very similar. So I've got my two my two subject headings here. We're going to say and go ahead and do our database search. We have a lot. We have to narrow by date. Definitely a thing we should do for sure. Let's limit by type, limit to scholarly. Okay, awesome. All right, so we have 141 results, and of course you can add in more MeSH headings, or you could even throw a keyword in here. Let's just type in like hospital or something. And it does, try to find stuff. If if we don't have that one, you can go up here. We could, let's go ahead and try to add hospital as a term. So you can really do a lot of mixing and matching. Pneumonia, let's browse additional terms, like hospital. Okay, so as you can see here, hospital is not coming up. Well, hospitals. So sometimes there are alternatives. I don't know, health facilities, I guess. Hospitals, we can use both of them. All right. Oh, you can remove one if you decide like health facilities isn't what you want. Go ahead and redo our search. So we only have 3, and this one happened in Uganda. So sometimes you would like to only see things in the United States. You can do that. You can do that as a search feature, narrower as well. And then this one is actually kind of interesting. The title's in brackets. You can see here it says Russian. So anytime you see a title in brackets, that indicates the original source was not written in English. In our advanced search option up here, this is going to keep the things you had, but what you can do is under language, you can narrow it to English. You can definitely look at, let's see, what was the other thing? Location. I don't see location as an option here, but there's an English language box. There's, if you want to look at a certain age range, subject. I mean, the more facets you add, if you want to look at studies only done on humans, EBM reviews, that's interesting. Let's do a new search and just type in EBM reviews. So I'm actually learning a lot as we look through these features myself. So this may be something more similar to the evidence-based care sheets that we looked at in our Cinahl Plus with full text database. And a lot of Cochrane is a really great resource. We don't have it here, but it may be possible. I mean, it looks like they are indexed in our database, so it might be possible to order them using interlibrary loan. So that's a great resource that you might want to use as well. But anyway, all right, so now I want to look at MeSH headings in the Proquest database. That was my nursing and allied health source database. With this database, the way MeSH headings work is a little different. You're going to go into Advanced Search, and then you're going to choose on the drop-down option here under Field, we're going to go to MeSH Subject, and then you have to click Look Up MeSH Subjects. It's going to pop it up. We can type in our search terms. Go ahead and select. We're going to add that to our search. And let's see, let's add another one. Pneumonia. Go ahead and find that. Okay. Here we go. All right, let's add that to our search. Okay, so you can see it defaults to asthma or pneumonia. You might want to change that to and. This capital letters words, you have 3 choices, and, or, and not. Those are called Boolean searching techniques. For you guys, if you just want to include both, just be sure to make that say and in all caps. We go ahead and do our search. All right, so we have 61 results. Again, there's suggested search terms. Now, I think these are probably, no, those are actually, those are subject terms, so that's really useful. I was thinking they might be keywords. But yeah, I mean, definitely, you know, try clicking on those too. That's kind of cool. Under publication date, you do have the option to narrow. And then, of course, you can limit to a particular type of source. So we have like 7. And is previous respiratory disease a risk factor for lung cancer? We have a lot of, okay, influence of previous use of inhaled corticoids on the development of pleural effusion and community-acquired pneumonia. So that's kind of cool. We have a lot of different options. I mean, I just made this search topic up. You may run into a particular problem with your topic. I always like to encourage students to get in touch with me if you run into any questions or issues over the course of your research. So to that end, I have my contact information displayed up here, and then you can see my picture. So if you haven't met me before, please come into the library and introduce yourself. And yeah, just reach out if you have any questions or run into any issues or need help with your research. I would love to help. So I hope this has been useful, and I look forward to seeing you all in the library.